In this lecture, I'm going to discuss the theorem on Euler's. If n is greater than or equal to 1 and GCD of a comma n is equal to 1, so then you have to prove that a to the power of pi of n is congruent to 1 modulo n. So where pi of n is a Euler number for the positive integer n. So we'll move to the proof of the theorem. Let n is greater than or equal to 1 be an positive integer and a be any integer such that GCD of a comma n is equal to 1. You have to choose integer a such that so GCD of a comma n must be 1. Let a1 comma a2 and so on a pi n be positive integers less than n and that are relatively prime to n. That is GCD of a1 with n is equal to 1, GCD of a2 with n that is 1 and so on GCD of a pi of n with n is equal to 1. So a1, a2 and so on an are relatively prime with n. Since GCD of a comma n is equal to 1, from the lemma it follows that integer a1, a2 and so on a into a pi of n are congruent to a1, a2 and so on a pi of n in some order under modulo n. Then a1 is congruent to, let us say, a1 dash modulo n, where a1 dash is any one of the integer from a1, a2 or a pi n, and a2 is congruent to a2 dash modulo n and so on a pi n is congruent to an dash modulo n, where a1 dash, a2 dash and so on a pi of n dash are the integers a1 comma a2 and so on a pi of n in some order. It means a1 dash is any one of the integer from a1, a2 or a pi of n. Similarly, a2 dash any one of the integer a1, a2 and a pi of n. Similarly, a pi of n dash is any one of the integer from this integer list. Multiplying the above congruences, we get a a1 dash into a2 dash and so on a pi of n is congruent to a1 dash into a2 dash and so on into a pi of n dash under modulo n, where a1 dash, a2 dash and so on a pi n dash are the integers a1, a2 and so on a pi of n. So this is congruent to a1, a2 and so on a pi of n modulo n. So this implies, here you can observe that a is common pi of n times a to the power of pi of n into a1 into a2 and so on into a pi of n is congruent to a1 into a2 into a pi of n modulo n. Since GCD of ai comma n is equal to 1 for I is equal to 1 to up to pi of n, so this implies that GCD of a1 into a2 into and so on a pi of n with n is also 1. So therefore a to the power of pi of n is congruent to 1 modulo n. So here a1, a2 and a pi of n cancel with this term here. So therefore a to the power of pi of n is congruent to 1 modulo n. So this is the proof of the Euler's theorem. We'll move to the corollary. So that is a Fermat's theorem. So one can prove the Fermat's theorem so by using the Euler's theorem. So let us move to the statement of the Fermat's theorem. If P is a prime and A is any integer such that P does not divides A, it means GCD of A comma P is equal to 1. So then A power P minus 1 is congruent to 1 modulo P. You have to prove that. Already proved that result. Fermat's theorem, a to the power of P minus 1 is congruent to 1 modulo P when P is prime. So let us move to the proof of the theorem. So by using Euler's theorem. So take a proof here. We have Euler's theorem. So that is a to the power of pi of n is congruent to 1 modulo n, where n is greater than or equal to 1. If n is equal to P where P is prime, then a to the power of pi of P is congruent to 1 modulo P. So we know that pi of P is equal to P minus 1 when P is prime. So Euler number for the prime number P, so that is there are P minus 1 numbers so less than P, so that are relatively prime with P. So therefore a to the power of P minus 1 is congruent to 1 modulo P. this is the proof of the formats by using the help of Euler's theorem. So let us take an example for the Euler's theorem. Let A is equal to 4 and N is equal to 9. So by Euler's theorem, we have a to the power of pi of n is congruent to 1 modulo n, where GCD of a comma n is equal to 1. So here a is equal to 4 and n is equal to 9. So this implies, so 4 to the power of pi of 9 is congruent to 1 modulo 9. So where GCD of 4 comma 9 is equal to 1, where a is 4 and n is 9. Now let us find out Euler number for the integer, positive integer 9. So now pi of 9. So there are integers 1, 2, 3 up to 8 less than 9, and GCD of 1 comma 9 is equal to 1, GCD of 2 comma 9 is equal to 1, GCD of 3 comma 9 is equal to 3, GCD of 4 comma 9 is equal to 1, GCD of 5 comma 9 is equal to 1, so GCD of 6 comma 9 is equal to 3, GCD of 7 comma 9 is equal to 1, so GCD of 8 comma 9 is equal to 1. So among these integers, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 are the relatively prime with 9. So therefore there are 6 cases. So therefore pi of 9 is equal to 6. Therefore Euler's theorem becomes, so 4 to the power of pi of 9 is 6 is congruent to 1 modulo 9. So this implies 4 power 6 nothing but 4096 is congruent to 1 modulo 9. So this implies 9 divides 4096 minus 1. This implies, so 9 divides 4095. So 4095 can be written as 9 into 455. Yes. Let us consider next problem. Show that 3 power 256 is congruent to 21 modulo 100. Here you can observe that GCD of 3 comma 100 is equal to 1, so that we can apply Euler's theorem to show this result. So we have a to the power of pi of n is congruent to 1 modulo n, where GCD of a comma n is equal to 1. Here a is equal to 3 and n is equal to 100. So therefore we can write 3 power pi of 100 is congruent to 1 modulo 100. So let us find out pi of 100 here. So where pi of 100 can be written as pi of 4 into 25, so that can be written as pi of 2 square into 5 square. So where 2 and 5 are the prime numbers, so by using the theorem we can write so 2 square minus 2 power 1 into 5 square minus 5 power 1. So you know the formula 5 power pk can be written as p power k minus p power k minus 1. This is Euler number for the p power k. So this implies 4 minus 2, that is 2. 25 minus 5 is 20, so that is equal to 40. Therefore pi of 100 is equal to 40. Hence we can write 3 power pi of 100 is equal to 40 is congruent to 1 modulo 100. Using Euler's theorem we can reduce to this. Yes, now. So but 2 power 56 can be written as 2 power 56 can be written as 40 into 60 plus 16 I can add. So 40 into 6, 240 plus 16, 256 you can add. So now 3 power 40 whole power 6 is congruent to 1 power 6 modulo 100. So this implies 3 power 40 into 6 is congruent to 1 modulo 100 you can add. So this implies 40 into 6 to 240. So 3 power 240 is congruent to 1 modulo 100. And 3 power 4 is equal to 81 is congruent to minus 19 modulo 100, since 100 divides 81 minus or minus plus 19. So this implies 3 power 4 whole power 4 is congruent to minus 19 to the power of 4 modulo 100 we can add. So this implies 3 power 16 is congruent to 9 to the 19 to the power of 4 modulo 100 we can add. But 19 to the power of 4 is congruent to 21 modulo 100 we can add. So here we can observe that 3 to the power of 16 is congruent to 9 to the power of 4 modulo 100, and 19 to the power of 4 is congruent to 21 modulo 100. So by using transitive relation we can write 3 power 16 is congruent to 21 modulo 100 we can write. But we know that 3 power 240 is congruent to 1 modulo 100, and 3 power 16 is congruent to 21 modulo 100. Let us multiply these two congruences. 3 power 240 into 3 power 16 is congruent to 1 into 21 modulo 100 we can add. So this implies base 3 is common. 240 plus 16 is 256 is congruent to 21 modulo 100. So this is the result.